Okay everyone, here we have a selection of stoves. All of them have a tripod pot support. Here we have the Prema alcohol stove from what was Czechoslovakia. The Svea 123R. The Firemaple Hornet 2. The Optimus Crux. The Edelrid Hexon. And the Soto Windmaster with Triflex. And here we have the Firemaple G2 and G3 pot. This is the G2, it's 750 ml, nice little pouring spout there. And this is the lighter 600 ml G3. And most importantly of all, they are both heat exchanger pots with the Firemaple cutouts, as you can see. Now, Firemaple usually sell their smaller pot in a bundle with the Hornet stove by Firemaple. This is a handy little stove, twists, folds up into a nice package which can sit inside. It's just a twist and then you lock these into place. If we take the lids off both the pots, turn them upside down, you'll be able to see how it fits in very easily. No problems at all. You can sometimes get it caught underneath if you have a look at that. If you twist it too much, it's not really important. Now, I'm not going to go through the pluses and minuses of the pots. Today's is just to see which of my stoves actually fit these. They bring a little bit of wind protection, and the heat exchanger means that you boil water quicker. They both rely on a specific angle between each of the pot supports. So needless to say, the Hornet works. A stove that I've used a lot is the Optimus Crux. It's a very compact stove. It folds down into that size in a little pouch that will sit in the dimple underneath your gas canister and then sit in the pot. It won't scratch anything. As you can see, it's well blued. It's been used a lot. I do like this stove. It's not the lightest, but it's a nice little burner. No wind protection, so usually I would use the Optimus clip-on windshield. Does it fit? Let's have a look. No. Not even bending and twisting and trying everything will it fit on there. It also will not fit on there. As you can see, we have a slight bend in the pot supports. If these were straight, they would fit on, but then they wouldn't fold up as nicely. So, folks, the Optimus Crux is a no-no. The other canister stove I have I have it with is the ever popular Soto Windmaster. I just acquired that recently. Mainly because I want to test it next winter and see just how well the valve works. It's supposed to be better in the cold. This one is with the Triflex pot support. I've also got the one with 4. Obviously for this, anything with 4 on it, that just won't work, which is quite a few of the stoves that we have. Will it work? Oh, it fits in very well. However, you do have to have a positive attachment. You can't just rest it on it because of this little attachment here, which is to help the pot support fold up. So it's actually quite fiddly to just fit on, and you end up with a wonky pot. I never even thought of that. I wonder if we can bend it just a tad and whether it would work then. So technically it works, but it's not going to help you get the pot off very easily with that. Oh, it locks into place. I mean, it looks great if you're doing it from the bottom, but nobody's fitting their pot on from the bottom. Alright, just give me 1 minute and I'll attach this to a gas canister and we'll try it. Yep. Okay, so if I'm attaching this onto here, I'll be holding the gas canister maybe. If I try it a different way, it might just be the orientation of the slots. You do get a little catch on this. Let's try it with the bigger one. Well, that could just be me not being very accurate with the way they put it on. It seems to work better with the Firemaple stove, but the Firemaple stove is not as good as the Soto. I can live with that, I think. So we'll say that it does work with maybe a little bit of a faff. Now, the Edelrid Hexon multi-fuel stove, gas, kerosene, naphtha, petrol. Works with them all. Bernie Dog silent damper on it. Well used. It's a winter stove. I've used this a lot. It's folds up. It's beefy. Easy to use. Easy to work with. I'll be doing a review on that later, even though you cannot buy them new anymore. There are second-hand ones going. I've had this one from new, and it's served me very, very well. Now, I can almost see that this will not work just by the orientation of the pot supports. If that one was more there, it might work. But then we're not getting the sprung on it. So let's have a look. No way. Even if you start playing around with it, it's not going to work. Oh, and I've just dropped out my silent damper. That won't work. So the Edelrid Hexon is a no-no. Now this one, the Prema alcohol stove, we've already used. I've not tried it with that. Perfect fit. Slides on perfectly, as you can see. Now I did always have problems with this one just because it seems to be that I've damaged one of the heat exchangers. Let's see if it fits. Yeah, it fits. What you have to remember, if you have a look, these seem to be these are slightly larger here than here. These could be doing with being slightly larger. It would work much better and be less fiddly. So the Prema alcohol stove, it works. And then my little baby, the Svea 123R. Now technically this should fit. Probably if I move the burner round like that. And let's see. Well, it's a very positive fit. You're getting the burner very, very close. Let's see if we can just put it on again without forcing it. It will go on. I wouldn't like to try to put it on though once the pot is hot, as you do need to fiddle around to get it on. That's with the small one. Now the large one is the same. A bit of a fiddle. But we can see it fits. Do I like it that it's that close to the top? No, I don't. I don't like the being so close to the burner when you have a petrol stove that can overheat. I don't know whether that would be an issue or not, but I wouldn't be using it. I have my own pots for these that I would use. And the problem with these are that if it doesn't fit, they're not that stable. So these are best used with a stove that has a tripod fixture on it. Now there are other stoves that would probably fit that I do not have. I'm only going through the ones that I do have. The larger 1 and 2 pint paraffin stoves, the pot supports are too thick to fit on these. If we tried, for example, the Bat one that I have, as you can see here, lovely piece of kit. There's no way that would even fit in it to begin with, and you'd have to use the pot support to have anything working on something this size. If you're using the pot support, it will go on and it will be steady. This bat will be in a future video once I have it all fettled and ready to go. These are the 3 stoves that I have, which I know now I can use with the G2 and G3 pots from Firemaple. The Firemaple Hornet, the Svea 123R, the Prema alcohol stove, and the Soto Windmaster with Triflex. And these are the two of my stoves that do not fit on the G2 or G3 from Firemaple. However, I do have another heat exchanger pot from Firemaple. That's similar design, except it doesn't have the cutouts. And they fit perfectly. The only downside is wind protection for this and this. This I would just use a foil windscreen, and with my Optimus I have the Optimus clip-on windshield which just snaps around the collar of the canister and is a perfect fit. But that will be another video at another time. Well, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, it helps the channel, and I'll see you all next week. Bye bye now.